Hi, I'm Steve. Welcome to a grounding evening flow. Let's start in a child's pose. Bring your knees wide and your big toes touching. Reaching your hands forward, rest your forehead down on the mat. Connecting that space between your brows to the ground. Maybe gently moving your head from side to side. Softening around your hips. Feel a nice full breath in your back line. Connecting to the earth, feeling it beneath your palms, and all the points of contact with the ground. Really taking a moment to fully arrive on your mat. Using your breath to allow everything else to just dissolve away. Drawing focus to the presence by creating fluidity in your breath, even inhales, even exhales. On the next inhale, walk yourself up slowly, taking a seat on your shins with your knees together, hands on your thighs, sit up tall. And observe freedom in your breath now that there's not this constriction in your front line. Keeping your eyes closed, arms reach up, interlace your fingers, and place your palms towards the ceiling. Draw your navel in and find real length in your side body. Take your right wrist with your left hand, draw it over to the right. Keep a core engagement and then shift your shoulder blade, right shoulder blade back down your spine. Inhale to center, changing sides. Arms both reach up. Exhale, eagle arms, wrap your right arm underneath your left, grip your arms together and squeeze. And drawing your shoulder blades down your spine and fingers up towards the ceiling. Use the volume of the breath entering your body to create space. Your ribs are expanding with your in-breaths. And then inhale, arms reach up. Changing sides, left arm wraps underneath your right. And again, just subtle movements until you find something that's working well for you. Full, even breaths. Inhale, arms reach up. Watch your palms touch. Exhale, hands to your heart center. And bring your hands behind your back and then bring your right hand over to the left side of your body. Grip your right fingers with your left, interlacing them. And then draw both shoulder blades up, back and down. Drawing your left ear to your left shoulder. Maybe shifting your chin back and forth until you find a comfortable opening in the side of your neck. Maybe wiggling your jaw around a little bit. Close your eyes and tune in. Keeping that audible breath. And when you're ready, change sides. Both hands come over to the right. It might need something different on this side. So give yourself what you need. You might even feel this pulling from the kind of inside of your ear all the way up the side of your neck. and then come back to neutral. Give your wrists a shake, and maybe a gentle roll of the head from side to side. Coming into a tabletop and then back to a downward facing dog. Pedaling your legs out. Inviting a bit of dynamic movements, nothing too full on, just that kind of dialogue with your body. Inhale, roll forward, plank pose. Lower yourself all the way down onto your belly. Unhook your toes, cobra pose. Light on your hands. And lower down into a fuller cobra. Lifting up shoulders back and down again. Curl your toes back to a downward dog. Lift from your navel. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. Open your hip, bend your knee. Really enjoy that opening in the whole right side of your body. Feel free to come onto your right fingertips. Just whatever feels good here. And then exhale, right foot steps outside your right hand. Keep hugging your right thigh in to your upper arm. Maybe a little bit of movement here. Option to stay here or come onto your back knee or down onto your forearms. If you'd like your right knee to split out to the side, then just point your toes and your knee in the same direction. Nice full breath. And the next inhale, come up onto your hands. Left hand stays down, right hand on the inside of your right thigh, and open, almost gesturing a cobra pose in your back here. And release, both hands down on the ground. Start to straighten your right leg into that wide half splits, positioning your left hip over your left knee, and move around in any way that feels good. You can frame your leg with your hands, or I quite like walking my hands forward here, stay on your fingertips and keep a nice straight spine. Play around with flexing your right foot, as much of a bend in that right knee as possible. Actually, I find a deeper stretch in my body with a slightly bent knee for sure. Keep drawing that right hip back. Shift your weight forward. Lift the left knee off the ground, back into a plank pose. Option to move through a vinyasa, and we'll meet in a down dog. So that's a chaturanga, an upward dog, back to a down dog. 3 breaths. Really connecting to the ground, feeling the mat pressing up into your hands so you can press down. Find that lift of your hips. Inhale, left leg lifts, open your hip, bend your knee. Find that space all along your left flank. Full breath. Exhale, knee to nose. Or rather, knee steps outside the left hand. Repeating any option that you took on the other side here. So maybe your knee's down on the ground, maybe it stays lifted, maybe on your forearms. Again, directing your knee in the same direction as your toes, flexing your left toes slightly. And give your body permission to release the day. And use the focus that the feedback your body is giving you, that focus and that anchor into the present, use that to help to give perspective, to quieten your mind. To allow you to perhaps channel without attaching to anything that comes in, just letting it come and letting it go. Come up onto your hands, right hand down on the ground, left hand on the inside of the left thigh, opening. You have complete ownership here in terms of how you move. So keeping your eyes closed, maybe finding a few little kind of twists around your hips, a few wiggles. And then left hand down on the ground, straightening the left leg, maybe shifting your right knee back slightly. Flex your left toes, find length in your spine, and then maybe walk your hands forward onto your fingertips, straight spine. Playing around with maybe moving your toes, drawing your pinky toe towards your face, and drawing that left hip back as you ground through your left heel. Inhale, shift forward onto both of your hands and step back, plank pose, maybe a vinyasa, and we'll meet downward facing dog. Bring your knees down to the ground into a tabletop. Curl your toes under and then let your knees hover up off the ground just for a moment. We won't be here for too long, but bringing a bit of activation to our core before a little back bend. Feel your hands and your toes drawing towards each other, navel drawing into the spine. Spread your shoulder blades apart, so center of your chest away from the mat. And then lower your knees down. Walk your hands forward, keeping your hips over your knees. Anahatasana, so melt your heart down to the ground. Maybe it's your forehead that rests, maybe your chin, and maybe your chest and chin. Be here for about 8 breaths. And keep your navel drawing in. The little grip of your fingers on the mat. There's quite a lot of activity going on here, even though it looks relatively passive. Core engagement, arm engagement, and engagement of the inner thighs. Start to walk yourself back into a child's pose, bringing both arms alongside your body, knees are together. Just in a little ball. Full breath and release. Maybe a little wiggle to find comfort. And then inhale, rolling yourself all the way up. Interlace your hands behind your back. Open your chest, lift your heart towards the ceiling. And exhale, release. Taking a seat, bending your right knee, bring your left knee on top of your right knee. A few options here. Either maintaining this bend of the knees. If you'd like a challenge, you can bring your shins more parallel to the front of the mat. If both of those options aren't working, then sit on a block and extend your right leg forward. So find whatever's working for you. And then lift yourself up, shift yourself a little over to the right, and then lower yourself down again. Ooh. Come onto your fingertips and find length in your spine. Create a lift, inhale. And then exhale, fold forward. Just as far as your body's willing to go at the moment. And definitely elevating yourself on a pillow or block or a book can help those of us with tighter hips. And find a sense of enjoyment of just being in your body. We'll be here for about 8 more breaths.
Notice your ribs expanding with each breath cycle. Maybe that connection between your hands and the mat. Inhale, bring yourself up slowly. Extend your right leg out in front of you if it's not there already, and bring the sole of your left foot into your right thigh. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. See that you're more or less positioned in line with your right foot, and then exhale, fold, holding on to whatever feels comfortable for you. You're welcome to turn this into a completely passive posture where you just disengage all your muscles and allow your breath and gravity to release your fascia. About 8 breaths wherever you are. Use them. Next inhale brings you up, maybe running your hands along your leg. Place your left hand behind you, right arm sweeps up and over. Opening your front line, lengthening the right flank. Exhale, lower yourself down to the ground, and then let's change sides. This time your left knee is underneath your right. Lift yourself up, shift a little over to the left, and find a winning starting point here. Sometimes I need to manhandle myself a little bit to get started. Find length, inhale, and then exhale, navel in as you kind of waddle yourself forward and down. Close your eyes, let go of the aesthetics of the posture and listen to what's going on internally. Just feel it, don't think it. If there's any pain in your knee, come out of the posture immediately. And flexing your feet can help to create a little bit of integrity too in your legs. Notice where the air is flowing. How are you using it to find more depth? Inhale, bring yourself up. Extend your left foot forward and bring the sole of your right foot into your left thigh. Positioning yourself over your left leg, arms reach up. Inhale, keep the length as you come down on the exhale, navel drawing in and up. Maybe a bit of arm strength here to find depth. All the time, kind of working to move endpoints in opposite directions. So heel, knee, hip, crown. Hands, shoulders, hip. Three more breaths. Inhale yourself up slowly, hands running along legs. Right hand behind you, left arm reaches up and over. And exhale, lower yourself down. Bring the soles of your feet together into a bound ankle pose. Hands interlace underneath your feet and find a lift. Inhale. Exhale, coming forward. Maybe going completely passive in this posture and just reaching your arms forward and allowing yourself to just hang. Maybe increasing that size of the diamond will help with that. 10 breaths. If you're in a passive mode here, maybe release your palms up to the ceiling. Invite any gentle movement into the posture that's going to help that release. Observing how gravity can help you here too. Three more breaths. Inhale, bring yourself up. Rolling all the way onto your back. Take any twist that feels good. I'm going to do an eagle legs, right over left. Knees dropping over to the left, gaze beyond your right hand. Eight breaths. And just let go. Notice how your breath and gravity are all you need here. Coming through center, change sides. And take a moment to set it up so that when you do fully surrender, you're surrendering down into a nice healthy twist. And keep that fluid breath, keep your tension on your breath and the feedback from your body. Three more nice long breaths. Come back to center. Draw both knees into your chest. Give them a good squeeze. Lower your hips and your lower back to your mat. Keeping your shoulders and the back of your head grounded. When you're ready, make your way into a Shavasana with your legs long, wider than your hips and your hands alongside your body. We'll be here for a minute or two. I'll guide us out after that. welcome to stay right where you are. Otherwise, bring awareness to your breath. Allow your thumbs and index fingers to connect. Noticing that sensation, you might have done it many times today already, but sense of presence and connection to your body can redefine how that simple touch feels. Extend your arms to the back of the room. Bend your knees and roll over onto your right, pausing for a moment. With closed eyes, coming into a comfortable seated position. Place your hands on your heart, so left palm on your heart, then right palm on top of that. Sit up tall and just tune into your own body, this importance of touch. This touch that is always available for us to give ourselves. Bring your palms together. Apply a little bit of pressure, one palm into the other. And then start to rub them together, creating heat, creating warmth. Then separate your hands slightly. Feel that energy between them and place it on any part of your body that needs some love. If your hands are clean, maybe your face. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.